Hello. As you may or may not know, I'm an amateur anthropologist, and my area of interest is actually Native American culture from 16th century and earlier. And so, with the news today that there's not going to be any scanning of this Meadows area in Abingdon, I thought I would kind of do a kind of civic duty and check things out from that perspective at least. And, you know, the first thing you look for is a source of water and good farming land. So I'm kind of intrigued actually already by this place, which is called Town Creek. You can see here it's very idyllic, beautiful, very silty. So the next thing I look for are rocks. So if I'm lucky today, I'll find some interesting rocks, rock formations, and possibly some ceramics. Thanks. Okay, I'm at what seems to be a really interesting spot. It's an intersection of a small stream and a little larger one. I can pretty much tell that this area has been manipulated and moved by an old family for many years to farm what's a fairly okay strip of land. And what's very interesting again is how silty everything is. So any kind of rock formations or rock clusters would be really obvious. So I'm not really finding any of those immediately, and we'll just keep checking this out along the way. Here you can see a dam that's been made by the farmer to create a nice lake for his cattle. Is it possible that ancient people did the same thing? Overall, looking at this space, this area, and just the way it's laid out, it's not very ideal. I think you can see over there where there are some cattails. This particular spot, just as it is a thriving farm today, could very easily have been a single family home, perhaps a home to traders. Hey, what's this? It looks like an old fire hydrant or something. I went ahead and did some basic archaeology, surface archaeology on the banks of the Town Creek there, and surprisingly the geology was very diverse. It wasn't just those big granite blocks, and I'd say this was a really promising find. This looks to be usable for making flint or chert tools, so that's impressive. And then I found something like this. Now the rocks there often came in these sort of jagged forms, so it's a little tough to tell the difference between natural geology and tools sometimes. But this one seems like it could be a knife. This is a little more potentially an actual tool of some sort. You can look at the edges there. They look kind of jagged, like they've been chipped at. This edge looks like it might have been chipped at. You look for those concave chips, so we might have a primitive stone tool. And then we have this. Which appears to be a stone axe. It's quite interesting. I didn't realize what it was when I first collected it, but you can see, we'll focus there, some potential chip marks to shape this. Well, it certainly has a hefty weight, good shape, some place where you could notch things to. So this might be an actual stone axe or tool or dagger or something like that. And there might have been some pottery shards. I'm not sure entirely if that's what these are. They feel like it, but maybe not. So you can see, oh, there's one more piece. This has a really great feel to it. It's a little different than a lot of the other rocks I found in the river. You just didn't see things that were shaped quite like this, and it's got some dent marks on the end there. Maybe that was used for mushing something. It certainly feels like it could be used for that for a long period of time. So goes to show, if a place looks habitable, it probably was habitated. And for many years. So hope you enjoy it.